On this episode of Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers, we discuss interrelationships between teachers. Are they okay or should they be banned? Then we talk about condoms at school. Then we talk about the fact that all the crazy things you might see in a car line when you're the parent. Join us right here. Don't be late.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to a new episode of Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. My name is Devin Siebold, and I'm with my co-host, Mr. James Yan.
What up?
We are hopefully here to help you laugh the stress of the school day away, and be sure to rate us 5 stars on all the platforms. Follow us online, CIMC Podcast on Instagram, also on YouTube and all that good stuff. And James Yan Comedian on Instagram.
Please follow me.
Devin Siebold. And James, you're the parent. I'm the teacher mentality here.
Gotcha.
I got to start off with a tough question today.
Uh-oh.
We're going to dive right into
Okay.
it. I have known some teachers that are in relationships with one another.
Okay.
And some schools allow them to teach in the same school. Some schools have there's no fraternization among the faculty. You can't be together. And they make them move to a different school. Why is that a negative thing? Why do you think schools say, hey, get out of here? You can't be teaching in the same level.
Okay, this is a 2-part answer. Here's the thing. I'll tell you my personal opinion and why the school probably does it.
Okay.
We'll start with the school, why they probably do it. Because they don't want it to look like, let's say, the 2 teachers got together and giving a certain student favoritism.
Okay.
Or, you know what I mean? It could look that way. Like they're both colluding together to do something negative or positive to a kid that may not be fair to other kids.
Maybe. Yeah. Right.
On a personal note, you should never work with the person you're married to.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, considering that I once was the boss of my former fiance,
Oh, wow.
and I now say former fiance,
For
I
a
would
reason.
probably
Yep.
concur.
Yep.
I would
Here's
probably concur.
Here's the thing with me and my wife and our vows. She is the boss in everything I do.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So, yeah.
She's bosses me.
I know.
I'm not even married
You're
to
like,
her.
I'm not married to you, ma'am. You will do as I say, Devin.
Yeah, but I don't know about this old, one teacher can't date another teacher. They can't get married. Because I always ask, when we do these shows with Board Teachers Comedy, we will have people come out to the show and it'll be a husband-wife. And I'll go, which one's the teacher? And it'll usually be, the wife go, I'm the teacher. And oh, yeah, she brought me along. I watch all the videos too.
There you
And
go.
It was a great show. We laughed. But occasionally they'll say, oh, we're both teachers. And I go, oh, wow, that's great. I go, do you teach in the same school? And they 99% of the time, no, we can't. We can't teach in the same school.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, did you meet in the same school? And they're like, yeah. So that kind of, to me, is a massive dilemma. If you meet somebody, imagine meeting somebody at your job and then going, okay, if we choose to continue going and fall in love and get married and want this to work, one of us is
rock, paper,
gonna have
scissors.
to-
Yeah, hey.
and you quit.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's going to be tough, right? I mean,
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because here's the problem, though. Normally, middle schools or high schools, they're not close by. They're in another town. They're not right next to each other, so someone's gonna have to commute. So
Yeah.
I totally get why that's gonna be inconvenient.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
majorly,
majorly.
But I don't think it's something that
I don't think
we
it's
should.
morally wrong.
We're in 2023.
Yeah.
I just watched, by the way, 11/22/63. I rewatched it.
Okay.
And if you've never seen it, it's on Hulu. James Franco, Stephen King thing. And
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's amazing. It's about this guy who finds a portal and he can travel back in time to 1963, and he's attempting to prevent JFK from being assassinated.
Oh, so he can go back in time to 1963?
Only.
Okay, for those reasons, I'm out.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I don't recommend this for you. James. I really
yeah.
No, I was watching it, and he is a teacher, and there's a female teacher there as well, and the female teacher is unwed, and it's like the scandal of the school. That she's not married.
Yeah.
And she has to find marriage. Like, she's getting too old. Why is she not married?
She's a spinster.
And so they're like trying to force them together. And if I recall correctly, it was one of those also, if you get married, if you have a relationship, one of you has to go. We can't have you displaying affection at school.
Yeah, but it's 1963, so of course she has to stay home.
But that's true. But that's what they're trying to get at back then. Now, today, why? I mean, I just don't think there's as many negatives to inconvenience people. There's a huge positive. First off, if I'm married to somebody who's also a teacher and I'm out sick, I know I can count on them to help me.
That's true.
They're going to cover my class possibly. They're going to cover lesson plans. I've got a built-in buddy that is going to help my class the way that I know that, and they know how I teach.
Okay.
And I think that you also have like a much more solid foundation for, becoming good teachers together. Hey, what'd you do today? How'd you handle that kid? Oh, did you hear about this? You got a common ground. It's somebody, instead of me just coming home and going, oh, I just had the worst day. Here's what happened in my day. Now it's, oh, we both had a bad day. Here's how we can, talk about it and understand together.
I got it. Okay, I'm seeing the pros in that, I guess.
I will say this. I am actually very much on the other side of it, very much against fraternization in the workplace.
Oh, wow.
2 personal experiences.
Gotcha.
One of them.
Wait. Okay, first off, I apologize. You said no, and I said fine. Okay.
One of them.
Okay.
I'll never forget this. This is my favorite story.
Okay.
I was teaching this classroom for a few years, and they had moved me there when a teacher got fired. And they were like, yeah, this is your new classroom. I was like, oh, sweet. So I stayed in that classroom. And then we hire a teacher.
Okay.
And the faculty starts talking. They're like, she's coming back? They're like, I can't believe they're letting her back. And I was like, who is this?
Yeah.
And it was a teacher that they rehired because apparently they had a relationship with another teacher in the school.
Okay.
And had gotten fired for that relationship. And I was like, oh, man, that stinks. Well, they got fired because they relationshiped in the school.
Oh.
In the classroom.
Oh. Wow.
After hours.
And I imagine someone caught them.
Right, yeah. Somebody caught them, and they were fired because they were relationshipping in school after hours.
They couldn't just go home?
No, apparently not.
Gotcha.
But the thing is that she came by my room, and she's like, oh, I miss my old room. And I was like,
you miss your old room? And you're like, what particular spot?
I mean, I was sitting there like with 12 Lysol bottles the next day. I mean, it was, but I'll never forget my face when I had heard that story and she came by. She's like, oh, here it is, my old room. And I'm like,
brings back so many memories.
Yeah, especially that spot you're sitting in right now.
Devin just lighting them.
You know what? You can have it back. You can have it back. But I remember hearing that story, and
that's hilarious.
That was a wild one. Again, I don't know about the relationship thing, but my second favorite story.
Okay.
And I think I've told this one years ago on the podcast because I had to have because it's so wild.
All right.
There was my first year teaching. We had this shared office space.
Okay.
Where we had several desktop computers that were lined up, and teachers could come in and grade and cook their food and stuff like that. Basically, a teacher's lounge, but mainly geared towards working.
Okay.
It was mainly like supposed to be an office for us.
Okay.
So I come in one day. And I sit down at my computer, the kind of group computer, and there's like 4 of us in there.
Yeah.
All right. We're all logged in on our computer. We're, checking the emails for the day. And all of a sudden, boom, an email comes through.
Okay.
This email I clicked on because it was from an outside email address. And I was like, must be a parent.
Yeah.
I clicked on it, and it was a woman who was very upset with a male teacher at our school.
Okay.
And their relationship had boiled over into her emailing all faculty about the size of his member. And about how terrible he was in bed, how he had cheated on her, and how she vowed to get vengeance, and now everybody in the staff will know exactly how small he is, and she was out to ruin this man's life. And I will never forget reading that. And then I turn and I look, and all the other teachers are like, and they're all reading it too. And
Was the guy there?
no, he was not.
Oh, okay.
No, but but that was his office space. He had not come in yet.
No.
And so I had it planned. When he comes in, he was a math teacher. I was going to be like, hey, you going to teach centimeters today? Or, 1, 2, 3, maybe at most. I don't want to get too ambitious here, but I felt so bad for this guy. We had a thing where the county got rid of it immediately, but apparently you could actually go into the county's website and address an email to the entire faculty.
Yes.
Who thought that was a good idea?
A person that didn't think it through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to send it to the principal, okay. To send it to a teacher, okay. Everyone got it.
Gotcha.
And it was the whole, I can't even say half the stuff. Very vivid details about how unsatisfied this woman was.
You know what's funny? I'm thinking when the principal had to approach him. Look, Mr. Johnson, I don't want to make I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah, it's just you've been coming up short lately.
Yeah.
And, oh man, we're trying. We are, but
not the size of the dog.
Poor guy. I will say this. I waited for him to come. He did not come in. I don't know if he knew it was coming, if she had warned him.
Bro.
But I wanted so bad to just get my coffee and sit in the corner of the room and watch him check his email and just wait for it.
Not me. I'm sipping tea.
Full on Kermit. Yeah. And it was, oh man.
That is horrific.
I know.
Oh my God.
But she was mad.
Yeah.
And I wish I still had access to that. But I will say it's got to be in the public records.
It probably
is. It was sent to all school employees.
Somebody screenshot that.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody.
Well, this was probably a little, this was flip phone days, but somebody went.
Gotcha.
And took a few pictures or boarded it, but I was flabbergasted.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. So, anyways, not to cut that story short.
Oh! To make a long story very short. There you go.
Oh, man. So, time to jump into the teachers in the news, shall we?
I love this part.
Texas, man. We just talked about Texas and how the governor came out with a thing that said, hey, teachers are underpaid.
Yeah.
And apparently, they're trying to fix these pensions, the teacher pensions, the teacher retirements. They said they're looking for a cost of living adjustment for 4% for those who retired prior to September 2013.
Okay.
And 2% for those 2013 to 2022. If you retired, recently, you get a little bump. Older retirees, bigger bump.
Gotcha.
And they want to provide a $7,500 stipend for eligible retirees who are 75 and older. So that sounds pretty nice, right?
That does sound very nice.
Now, I was looking at the numbers that they divulged about the current retirees. And James, man, I don't know. I don't know if that's enough. I'll be real.
Really?
Get this. On average, retirees through the state of Texas make $2,100 a month.
Wow.
29% of retirees receive less than $1,000 per month.
That's not retirement.
96% of public education employees are not covered by Social Security, and the retirement system is the sole source of their retirement income. 96%
you can't live
are
off that.
living on $2,100 a month or less.
No, you can't live off that. You got another job somewhere.
Yeah, I think you need to throw a little more zeros behind that percentage there.
Bruh.
4%, that's it?
That's nothing.
That is nothing.
Nothing.
That would literally be about $100, about $100 more that they're getting.
And that goes nowhere. It's like you're telling teachers not to be teachers.
Yeah. The Texas American Federation of Teachers had said that inflation has reduced buying power by 13%.
Wow.
So because of inflation, they've already buying 13% less, so we're giving them 4% more to be even more poor. I just don't understand it.
I went to school in Florida, but that doesn't add up.
No, it doesn't.
No.
You know what? I always want to say to these people, what is the retirement package for these politicians that are voting on the bill? What is their health care plan? What is their, I mean, it's always is so frustrating that the people that are nickel and diming the working class man work 100 days out of the year for a single session.
Absolutely.
And retire after a one-term deal with a cushion that they can live on for the rest of their lives.
And some of them get security.
And guess what? That's never been not funded.
No.
It's never been not, we never gone, where will we ever find the money to pay the senators?
Nope.
We don't have it.
Yeah.
We just, it's.
And they can vote on giving themselves a raise.
Yeah, they could. That's true too.
Yeah.
But it does say that beginning in 2028, they want to see the pensions grow on a regular basis. That's the thing that always frustrates me. So I've always been so mad about that, is that we don't ever automatically give teachers more money. It's always, we'll give you a raise this year. Then next year we'll talk about it again. Instead of going, hey, every year teachers get 3% more. Keep on teaching, 3% more.
Yeah.
We had that. We had a little outline of it, and they never gave it to us. We would have to fight for it because they wanted things from us to get that 3%.
I didn't know that was the case. I just assumed, because I don't know, I'm ignorant, you just keep getting a raise every year.
James, when I first started teaching, 5 years later, I made less.
That's not possible.
It is possible, and I will tell you why. Because they were taking 3% of retirement after 3 years of me teaching. They realized they didn't have enough money in the retirement system, so they took 3% of our paycheck.
Okay.
And believe it or not, we sued, and the teachers won at every level until it got to the state Supreme Court, and then they sided with the state.
Oh, just take money from people who don't have it.
We won at every single level. And they said, you can't take it from the teachers. You can't take it from the teachers. You can't take it from the teachers. Got to the state Supreme Court. Take it from the teachers. And they did. They took 3% of our paychecks. So suddenly I was making less money. Now, every single year we had a schedule where I'd go from $36,000 to the next year I was promised $36,500.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get that. They never did the step, they called it. They would never do the step. They would say, oh, we're not going to do the step. We need to go to the negotiating table. We'll say, fine, we'll give you your $500. That's part of our bargaining. And you're welcome, by the way, but also we're going to take more for healthcare. And you sit there and you go, you're not gifting me this. This is what you told me I was getting when I first started teaching.
Yeah.
I was handed a paper that had a schedule telling me I'm on this year. I deserve this much money.
Yes.
I thought the pay raise was automatic.
Yes.
It wasn't. We had to negotiate it every year. And every year they acted like it was a gift.
There's no other job where that's okay.
No.
Each year you expect to get a raise.
Yeah. And that's the thing is when you have a job that you work your butt off for and you don't get the acknowledgement in terms of an additional raise every single year, then it's like, yeah, why am I here?
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of the mentality behind it. But, and this is the thing, they want something. They always want something. They want to take it back. In fact, on to our next one, Tennessee teacher pay raise is coming.
Yay!
With strings attached.
All
now.
right.
They have decided. There was a teacher pay raise bill that was announced by Governor Bill Lee to increase teacher pay in the next few years. Lawmakers applauded this, said it is awesome. Yay, great.
Yeah.
Now that the bill is actually coming to light and coming to fruition, they have decided, let's put some other stuff in there.
Of course.
Yeah, so they are going to raise the teacher pay to a $50,000 minimum by 2026.
Okay.
Sounds great.
So far.
At the bottom of the bill is that a education association member shall not deduct dues from the wages of the employee of a professional employees organization. Basically, what it's saying is exactly they're following the footprint of Florida. You can't pay your union dues out of your paycheck anymore. You have to submit them separately. They are trying now to say, hey, we'll give you $50,000, sure. But by the way, we never want to see you at a bargaining table again. We're going to try to destroy your union or weaken it because this is a one-time only deal.
Because they figure that people won't pay their dues or remember to do that outside of their actual paycheck.
Yep. I'm sure it'll be, you miss a payment, you're out, you're done, you know, all this other stuff. So they say it's a poison pill on a pay raise bill. And they said it's extremely offensive that they are going to play politics with teacher pay raises. But it is exactly what they always do with this stuff. They point at it and say, look, $50,000, that's great. By the way, don't read the fine print. You know, we're walking into Wonka's chocolate factory again, all over. Here, the walls, lick them, they're great. By the way, I may kill your grandfather. Just want to let you know.
Congrats, Charlie. And I love the fact that they actually made it rhyme to make people remember. What is it again?
Poison pill on a pay raise bill.
Which is better than their first name. Redfish, bluefish. This bill is bull.
That's true. I thought about that.
Better than that one.
That was the first proposal, actually. That was what they were going for.
Gotcha.
But they say that it's trying to be an anti-union state. And this is the thing. And this is the comment that everybody makes, and I'll make it too. Do you know where that pay raise, and by the way, we're making you do this with the union, exists? It exists in the teacher pay raise bill. Does it exist in the police pay raise bill? Does it exist with the fireman pay raise bill? Does it exist with the state employees pay raise bill? Nope.
No.
And they do have those bills as well. It's not the stipulation in there. It's attacking the teachers' unions. It's because they don't want to deal with them.
They're tired of you guys wanting like good pay and resources.
Yeah, imagine
How dare
that.
you?
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, man. We're going from Tennessee to California.
There you go.
One extreme to the other.
That's
In
right.
California, we have a bill that would offer condoms to high school students without asking a teacher. There would be, according to this bill in California, 2 stations set up for free condoms in every high school. The bill would also provide free access to the HPV vaccine at state-funded clinics. I'm on board with the HPV vaccine being offered at the state-funded free clinics, because then obviously it's a free vaccine, and you have parents that might not be able to afford doctor care.
Makes sense.
The condoms to the high school students, that's different.
That's
I'm going to be honest. When I was in high school, I went to Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
You get a little bag. You just walk in. Hi, I'll take this, please. Thank you. And then you get into the car, and it's an apple, and you took somebody's lunch, and you're like, oh, sorry about that.
How's
sorry,
this PB&J going to help her not get pregnant?
Got something to eat after.
Gotcha. But that's a little weird. I want to know how they're going to offer the condoms. Are they out like mints?
So apparently they're going to make it as least restrictive as possible. They're going to provide condoms in 2 different locations throughout the campus, and where a student would not have to go to a teacher, not have to go to an administrator, can just simply grab them. And they said that the goal is to try to remove the shame of asking for contraceptives, saying the pressure of the situation often drives students to forgo condoms entirely. When I was a student, I did have a little bit of shame. Like, I was nervous going into Planned Parenthood. I was like, hi, can I please have the condoms?
Gotcha.
And it's like, yeah, sure, here you go. So this would kind of make it to where you just go by and be like, mine.
See, I was different. I went to Planned Parenthood like, ooh.
They were like, James John, he's back. He's back.
But I like the fact they're offering them without having to ask. It's like, take a penny, give a penny.
It is. Don't give it back. Do not give it back. But no, I don't know if this is a good idea or not. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't offer it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it shouldn't be free.
Don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the students having access to it is great. People don't talk about it. A very large increase in STDs.
Yes.
And we are seeing that students are not taking precautions.
No, they're not.
And, we're going to have the problems that we had back in the 90s with teen pregnancy coming on the rise.
Absolutely.
And all that other stuff. Now, here's the problem. I don't think that it's going to be used for what it's used for. I think as a teacher, I'm going to show up the first day and there'll be condom balloons all over the school. I think they're going to be laid all over I just think it's going to be a next fidget spinner. Hey, Jamal, can you put the Magnum down? I see you back there with it, and he's just making little balloons. Do you want a puppy?
When does math class become TGI Fridays?
Oh, this one's lubed. It's I don't know. Floating around the class.
It's now ribbed for your entertainment.
Yes. I think this is a terrible idea. I just know that it will be used in every way it's not supposed to be used. And who's providing these? Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't think it's a good idea.
No, think about it, man. Sex is something that does happen between teenagers.
Yeah.
You could ignore it and pretend it's not going to happen, or you could want the kid to be safe.
And that's the thing. These people that are passing these laws, I think that this is probably a step in a better direction than the keep out of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of schools going, stay out of it. Well, it's there. Teach high school for one day and you'll go, this is not what I thought it was. This is a lot of debauchery.
Yes.
There's a lot of kids that are very well informed.
Yes.
Very active, and they're in relationships. They got the hormones, and they
do.
and their makeup, their body is saying this is something that should be happening right now.
Yes.
And so having the school prepare you and saying, yeah, listen to your body, sure, do what you are feeling, but also maybe take some precautions. And here, you don't have to go to Walgreens and, feel like I don't have money for that. They're expensive. You know, you have to wait in line and get it and then just stare at them and you have to throw a candy bar up too. You have to be like, just this Mars bar and whatever this is.
Yeah.
But
can I get a price check on condoms?
Yeah. And hey, Darius, put the balloon away. And he's like, but they're free at the school.
You know what? That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also, who knows, maybe this could spread. Maybe the students are here, dad's like, hey, when you're at school, pick me up some,
Oh, yeah.
You don't want that conversation.
No, Dad,
but
you're married to Mom. No, I'm not doing that.
Here, a puppy.
This is what it looks like, our last episode. This is great.
Yeah. So, all right. Now, the last little bit of news here. Man, this is kind of crazy, but a school board is banning the Addams Family musical over dark themes. We are back to the times of Harry Potter is ruining us, kind of things like that. But apparently I've seen the Addams Family musical I've seen clips of online.
Yeah.
It's harmless, but in Pennsylvania, apparently they have voted not to allow a performance of the Addams Family musical in 2024, which they were gearing up to do. The kids, obviously, this is their big play. Board members made the decision, 7 votes to 2 following 30 minutes of debate. And apparently it was reported that the board members opposed the play. They said that there was violent content along with scenes of self-harm and children smoking. I don't remember that, but okay. It's a high school play, and it's like every high school play I've ever seen has some, even Romeo and Juliet, they kill each other. And,
they commit suicide. Yeah.
Well, they commit suicide. They don't kill each other, but you know what I meant.
Absolutely.
So apparently they said that, they're very upset about this. And the question is at hand is the musical appropriate for students, faculty, staff, parents, and community at large?
That's
now
too far.
Interestingly enough, the superintendent said he would enjoy seeing the play in a community theater or some other context. But when it comes to the community theater, they're not that, and they are a school. So they need to think that it is, They said there's a number of songs, scenes, lines, and phrases I don't really want to promote within our district. So they have declined the Addams Family musical.
So you got to think about it then. That means you can't do, let's say, Frankenstein.
Oh, there's so many you couldn't do.
Reanimate a dead body.
Or any Shakespearean anything.
You can't do any of those things.
We've just become so sensitive that they're overprotecting the kids.
That's a little much.
And just so you're aware, the more you overprotect the kids and try to shield them, the more they will want to see what's on the other side of that fence you built.
That's right.
And the more they will fight it, the more they will, once they get over there, go crazy. It's the letting the grill out of the cage mentality.
Yeah.
They go, let them roam a little bit, have some fun, see what it's like, but also teach a lesson. You got an opportunity here to teach a lesson. And it's so funny because this school board meeting ended and they were like, hey, by the way, I'm taking my kids to see John Wick 4. We gotta hurry this up.
How old are your kids? 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Yeah,
they've
family
seen,
movie.
Yeah, we have a tradition. They've seen 1 through 4 when they were a little baby. When somebody steals your puppy, that's what you do.
That's what you do, yeah.
So, anyways, I rewrote the Addams Family theme song for these uptight individuals.
I love it already.
These people that are restricting the kids. So, you gotta. I need your.
Okay, here we go.
Can you snap? Okay, perfect. So into the mic. There you go. All right. They're uptight and they're dated. They're gullible and hated. Their girlfriend is related. The outraged family. Da 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 da. 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 Their fear is always made up. They don't know they've been played up. They never moved a grade up. The outraged family. Da 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 da. 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 And to make sure that they hear us, we'll mock them when they smear us and call them on their BS. The outraged family. Da 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 da.
Yes.
We had to rewrite it.
That's well done, man.
Yeah. If you're going to be outraged and do stupid stuff like that, then you know what? You deserve it.
You do.
Yeah.
That's a little much, brother.
All right, man. I got something that I want to get to before we get to your top 10.
Okay.
And this is my favorite thing. I thought this would be nothing on my Facebook, and it blew up.
Okay.
I asked for a food story that only teachers can relate to.
Got it.
And what I mean by that is food stories like I put, for example, there was times in my classroom where I didn't have a fork. And I literally had a package of tuna, and I remember eating it with scissors.
Wow, Devin.
That's what you do as a
Wow.
teacher. You got to be resourceful. And there was another time where we were called down to the break room. We were told there were nachos in the break room, bro. Nachos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a little snack-sized Doritos bag, and they had a tub full of queso cheese, and they took a spoon and went
Inside your bag.
inside the bag and handed it to you. Nachos. Nachos. And so I wanted to see if other people had similar experiences.
Yeah.
And man, did I get some great ones. One said, I yelled Kobe as I took a trash can jump shot with a bottle of chocolate milk a kid had left behind. And brown cottage cheese exploded all over my classroom when it hit the wall.
Oh.
So apparently it had been left there a while.
Oh.
Another one said, I used the lid of my yogurt to eat it.
Wow.
You ever been that resourceful?
No.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Mm-mm.
I ate an entire salad with 2 skewers like chopsticks.
Oh, okay, impressive.
I've seen that before. That's
Impressive.
pretty impressive, too.
Yeah.
This is a funny story, too. I was heavily pregnant and tried to scarf down a muffin between classes because I was starving. I ended up vomiting the muffin in front of the group of teenage boys. I stood up from the trash can and said, pregnancy sucks. So instead of condoms, there you go. That's all we need. Yeah. Let's see here. I've stirred my coffee with a pencil more than once, I'm afraid. Oh my gosh.
That's
so
harsh.
many have.
That
I stirred my coffee with a pencil many
you're like,
times.
you know what?
Yep, absolutely. And then let's see. One time the parents served us lunch. Nachos were involved, and they left a giant can of nacho cheese. And for the rest of the week, we ate like queens. They said they were dipping everything in the cheese. It was
Glenda, go get a bag of Doritos.
one said that they had to make their own spoon out of art foil that they had in their cabinet.
That's resourceful.
That is resourceful. I agree. There's so many good ones on here, man. Let's see. I was on a field trip and I forgot my fork, so I had to break off 2 twigs I found on the ground. I swear we would be awesome on Naked and Afraid.
Yes, we would.
Teachers would. I always remember going through the cafeteria one time at middle school, and the lunch lady would count the number of fries she gave me as a teacher. After counting, she removed 2 because they were over the fry quota.
Oh, there's a limit.
I'll never forget. I was in lunch at college, and I remember I had a tuna sandwich, and I asked the lady, I said, can I have a tuna sandwich, please? And she was making it, and she put the bread, and then she scooped the tuna, and she goes like this. She looks at it and goes, and then grabs a little piece, looks in her finger, and then throws it out, and then puts the bread on top. She's like, here you go. And I was like, well, that's going in the trash. I'll go to the pizza one.
I'm good.
The code C in the school. I've heard of this before. They had a code C at the school where they would come over and be like, attention staff, code C in the staff room. Code C, all staff. And the students were always like baffled. Like, what is it? It was cake. Code cake. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, there was a teacher who said during BOGO Chipotle. So we used to have for Teacher Appreciation Day, Chipotle would do buy one, get one free.
Oh, nice.
And they said they went 3 times in one day and then just like stockpiled them
For the
for the next week, like a freezer full of burritos.
They were stocking up for the winter.
You got to do what you got to do.
That's
When I was pregnant, a student opened a bag of candy behind my desk and ate some. I was so hormonal that I yelled at them for stealing food from my unborn child.
Oh, wow.
I like that
Wow.
one. I like that one. This one, man, I don't know. I think I'd question my life if this was me. I once drank lukewarm coffee out of a Ziploc baggie because I couldn't find a cup. Can you imagine coming in and seeing your teacher like,
Sir, there is crackheads judging this person right now.
You know, they were sitting there with the Ziploc, and then the kid pulled out his Red Bull in the condom. But this is my mom's school board. The school board once gave a single tin of popcorn as a Christmas gift for the entire staff and their families.
How does the family get some?
I don't know.
Bring in a Ziploc.
Yeah. This one says, we once received a picture of chocolate as a virtual chocolate thank you on Teacher Appreciation Day from our coordinator. That was all we got from the district. A virtual chocolate bar. Not even a real chocolate bar. But yeah.
You're welcome.
They got an email that admin left a surprise in your boxes, and it was one piece of double bubble gum.
Wow. One little piece.
Yep. And then this last one, man, this one makes me happy.
Oh, no.
I didn't have time to eat breakfast before school, and I ended up chowing down on a banana between passing periods. The class that was coming in was about to go over the anatomy of the male reproductive system, and I'm shoving a banana down my throat in front of the middle schoolers.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to leave that one right there.
I once say KFC coleslaw with my car keys. You can find these online, and I'd love to hear your story. What's a food story that you have from being a teacher? I mean, I read these, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. Now, one that I did read, because I don't want to just make fun of, like, it's always like, somebody said, I want to throw some positivity in there, so I'm going to share the positivity.
Okay, nice.
They have an admin that has a full-on waffle bar for them once a week, where they make the waffle batter, bring it in, and have all sorts of different shaped waffle irons in the faculty lounge and all different toppings. And they can come in there before school and make their own waffle and put toppings on it.
Yes.
And you know what's funny to me? Those waffle irons and that batter cost nothing.
It doesn't.
And you're making a teacher's day. That's the kind of stuff we like to see. Props to that admin for making the waffle bar and not providing nachos.
Devin, do you know what's better than a free waffle?
I give up.
2 free waffles.
Oh, yeah.
That is the only thing better,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
The other teachers would come in and just see like 7 waffle irons going, and I'd be like, they're coming back.
They'll be right back.
Yeah, they'll be right back. Anyways, I'm going to take them all their waffles. They all wanted the exact same toppings on it. On one plate.
Don't look at me.
And then the district is like, good idea. We should have them share the waffle.
Oh, yeah.
All right, James, it's time for your top 10, my friend.
Yes.
You have come around and developed some top 10s for us. I tried to do the top 10 list, but I passed that baton off to the resident parent over here.
Thank you.
And I love to hear what you have to say. So what you got for us for your top 10 this week?
Okay, now every parent and teacher can relate to this topic. We're talking about the school car line.
School car line.
Yeah, we've experienced this as parents, and you've worked it before.
Oh, yeah.
It's a stressful situation.
Oh, beyond stressful.
Yes, it is. So you got to find things to do. So these are things you might see at the school car line.
Okay, top things you might see at the school car line.
Waiting in the school line is sometimes like watching daytime TV. Because there's a kid that you see get picked up by 2 different men, and they both are called daddy. You want to stick your head out the window and be like Maury Povich. You are not the father.
He has red hair and you're black. You might want to fix that one.
Another thing you might see in the school line, you know you've been in the car line too long when you notice that several people have ordered DoorDash right to their car.
Oh, yeah. I've considered that. You know?
Yes.
Who knows? Maybe the milkshake will be up and waiting for me.
You kids hungry? After about 1 hour in the line, desperation starts to sink in, and at some point, you would settle for any kid to get in your car. You go home like, hey, honey, remember how you wanted a girl? Good news.
I found one. She hopped right in, too, so she's not that bright.
She's not that bright.
But we can
work on it.
We can work on that.
It's fine. You notice that some kids really don't have a sense of urgency when it comes to walking to their parents' car.
My children.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You've seen more enthusiasm from death row inmates to go to the electric chair. Right? Is it time?
Yeah.
Is it time?
At least they have food.
That's right.
That's what my kids would say.
The key to surviving a school car line is finding something to do while you wait. Now, Devin, I actually tried watching movies. I did. I'm a comic book guy, right?
Yeah.
So I tried watching Avengers Infinity War. And by the time Thanos snapped, so did I.
You moved 3 cars.
3 cars.
You're like, how did I make it all the way through Endgame? I'm on the 3rd Ant-Man.
Just kidding. Okay. There's always that one teacher that has been working the car line duty way too long. He gives you that look like, take me with you or I'm going to walk in front of one of these cars on purpose.
Yeah. I was that techer, by the way. Yeah. I was the one like, I can fit in the back.
Yeah, I can get in. I remember that's how we met.
Yeah.
That awkward moment when you're the first person in line in car pickup and your kid's the last one out of school. Now, the parents, the teachers, even the principal are trying to get you to circle around like a 747 at the airport. But you refuse. You're like, it's going to take TSA, the National Guard, to get my ass to move from this spot.
Right. Yeah, they're like, circle around like a 747. You're like, you go in there and find my Malaysian Airlines child. He disappeared, but I want him back.
Yeah, he's the one with the balloon animal.
Right.
Bring him out. Oh, okay. Now, when it comes to the school car line, Devin, sadly, buddy, not everybody makes it. There's going to be that one person that runs out of gas. But lucky for you, parents are so desperate, there's a guy willing to siphon his own gas from his car.
Let me help you, buddy.
Yeah, let me help you.
I'll push the car
it's
for
fine.
you. We'll
It's fine.
Flintstone this together.
Together. Let's go. You can always spot the amateurs in the car line because they don't know what they're doing. Now, usually, it's the person listed as the emergency contact. I'm talking about the person listed below them.
Yeah. The emergency for the emergency.
Person.
Yeah.
Now, this guy cracks under pressure right away. He just abandons his car and flees. Teachers on walkie-talkies like, we got a runner.
You can have it. It's a 92 Tercel. Keys are in the ignition.
This is my last one and favorite one. Now, there's always that one soccer mom who has truly mastered the car line with military-type accuracy. She's done 3 tours in a 2015 minivan.
3 tours.
She's ready to go, man. She carries out her mission to extract her children with pride, precision, and efficiency. You can actually see her outside her vehicle waving her kids into the car like she is a Navy SEAL commander.
Let's go.
Go, we practiced this. Move.
Joe Biden's on the phone like, listen, when we leave Afghanistan, we need your help. We've got to get them out there efficiently. That's
oh, man.
Dude, that was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you for letting me do that.
To add one more to it. You know there's a father who circles back around. They're like, we thought you had your kid. You're like, yeah, he's got to go in and get the condoms. Yeah, he forgot. He forgot them.
Yeah.
We got to make sure.
What, I'm on a list? What?
What? I make balloon animals. I got to work at Applebee's.
That's it, man. That's funny.
Anyways, James, how can people find you online, my friend?
You guys can find me at James Yan Comedian at Instagram, and you guys can follow me at James Yan Comedy on my fan page on Facebook. Please continue to follow me. Thank you guys for all the support.
Absolutely. And I'm Devin Siebold. You can find me on all social media platforms, Devin Comedy, for my upcoming tour dates. I got some great shows coming up in Santa Fe. I have a show coming up in Tampa. Thank you so much for supporting. Be sure to rate 5 stars, share this podcast, let everybody know, hey, we had a good time laughing over here on Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers.
Peace.
There might be a clip up there. There might be a clip down there. If it's got our face, if it's other people's stuff, come back. Don't click on that, But us, suggested things. That's us crying in my car. Devin Siebold, James Yan, bored teachers. Watch. New trailer for Indiana Jones. No, don't do that. Don't do that.